art is a sort of a language, visual art is a language, and you can communicate with other people and with yourself, first of all with yourself. So I started, in fact, from very early age to make woodcuts, from very early age, using, you know, very primitive knives. And since I was a kid, I was really always a visual character. I always observe things. I get ideas from everything. Immediately I get also associations with mythology, with the Bible, with history. I see no borders between cultures and between different, you know, different mediums. I love the material. I love wood as it is, all those different woods. Art is in fact a sort of therapy, and the wood blocks and the cutting of the wood and also the printing of it, it's a process which has a lot to do with releasing a lot of energy. It even, you see, to print a big piece of wood like this, it takes me a whole day. Really hard labor. It's hard labor because I do it with a spoon. I do it with a wooden spoon. And if you really feel like you have to holler a message, then you start moving with your whole body around. And this I felt like I have to make these things, you know, holler in such a way that I can use my body as a tool, as a brush, because I'm painting these works on the board before I cut it. So this is, first of all, it's for me, it's a work, it's a composition. It is a woodcut. Well, I paint on wood and then I cut the wood and I print the wood. Why big size? Because I felt I need to put a statement, because, you know, the world is becoming more and more busy, more and more unquiet, and you have to raise your voice, the volume of your voice, and you have to catch the attention, even of myself and of course of the people. And I realized it. This motorized vulture idea, well, it is an old theme with me, the vulture. Birds. Since I was a kid, I was crazy about birds. I remember studying in California in the 60s. I was a member of the Audubon Society. The vulture for me is simple. It is a sort of mixture of a grace of flight, flying, and this the vulture is a sort of an animal that can fly, can soar, can use the wind, very majestic way, but it can really be extremely also effective and fast, and also a lot of violence is accumulated in this bird. In one moment it can become a predator, it can kill. The headscape is the origin of this print. Is what one can see here. It is, although if you do not know it, maybe you wouldn't be able to see it. But once you know it, you would notice there is a portrait of a friend of mine. He died, and this was a way for me to deal with it, because he was a very close friend to me, and I put his head together with the Judean hills, like merging into the Judean hills. So it is a landscape made out of his head. This print, which is called The Last View, happens also to be a reaction to the funeral of my father. My father died, and then at the graveside, I was standing there, and there were also some other people. And then I had such a deep feeling of grief, and I identified with him so much that I felt myself lying in the grave. And I was imagining to myself, how would it be to lie in the grave, you know, on your back, And if you could open your eyes to see what's going on around you, then you would see probably people watching, looking down at you. But being dead, being in the other world, you're already smarter. You gain some dimension, so you can see through the people. So I can see through them, I can see their skulls. After all, every person in the world wants to leave a mark. It could be someone made a beautiful bench, someone was making a beautiful garden, someone is baking a nice cake, someone is just behaving nicely to other people, and people remember him by that. We all have children, you know. This is an instinct. I think art is an instinct. Plato says that justice is if everyone in the ideal state, everyone will do what is able to do. I can express myself to myself first of all in this medium the best. So that's what I'm doing, but I won't say that I deserve any medals for this.